shine new. Wake up, put your dreams away, let the daylight find you. Wake up, got some things you just can't wait for.
Live from the lobby of Grand Hotel, it's Michael Patrick Shields at the Detroit Regional Chamber Policy Conference. Thanks to Tony Cuthbert for that little bit of music there. Since we mentioned Captain Kangaroo, we sure appreciate that. There are all sorts of interesting people milling about in the lobby here. And Dr. Sue Martin, who we spoke to on the phone not that long ago, the president of Eastern Michigan University. Nice of you to stop by. The last time I talked to you, you were on your way to see the governor, and you had some things to tell him.
Well, it probably wasn't too persuasive because although we have balanced our budget, we've had a pretty significant cut in higher education, 15%. And particularly for Eastern, that's kept tuition the lowest in the state. In fact, 0.000 increase in tuition, room and board last year, and only a $10 increase per credit in tuition last year. We've made significant cuts, et cetera. So we're actually looking at probably have to lay off some personnel on campus as a result of this cut.
Geez, I was going to say it's better than the 20 you feared, but it doesn't sound like it's much better.
No, I think we're looking at recommendation for our board. We're not there yet, but we're trying again to keep tuition low, increase financial aid at least 10%, invest in our academic facilities, and continue to hire faculty so you get a great educational experience. But we are going to have to do some significant reductions in services in other areas and loss of jobs.
Noel Laporte was telling me yesterday about your efforts to fight autism at Eastern Michigan University.
Yeah, we have actually a great partnership among our academic departments. We have a long history in education, 161 years, and expertise in special education. So we've developed a master's degree in autism spectrum disorder, and our undergraduates as well can walk over to an autism collaborative center where individuals and their families ages 3 to 26 can come and be diagnosed for the whole spectrum of care, from dietetics to occupational therapy to social work to music therapy to psychology to whatever they need to have a treatment plan. And the families also can come together and get to know each other, have child care, have birthday parties, things that normal families do that often are challenging for people with children with autism. In the early stages, sometimes these children don't speak. Sometimes they have difficulty being around other people. And we have this in an elementary school that was Ypsi Public School Elementary School in the heart of our campus, so our students can go and learn. They're being placed and snapped up in special education jobs across the country, and we're treating over 150 families with a holistic approach to give them completely all the services they need. And so this $500,000 from the state for the Autism Center will enable us to reach out through telehealth, was called, and to diagnose families across Michigan that think that they have this disorder and give them a treatment plan.
How come so many university presidents in Michigan are women? Kathy Wilbur included. She served a spell at CMU.
I think it's great, though, don't you?
Yeah, why not? Will there be a tuition increase?
I think that we will have to recommend a tuition increase, but we certainly are loath to do that, given many of our students are working very hard. Their families are facing distress situations and job loss from other sources and really struggling to stay in college. So certainly I know I'll be trying to recommend as low an increase as possible, and our board certainly doesn't want to increase tuition any more than we need to.
Okay, we'll keep in touch on that then. Thank you very much. The dream team of PR people, John Truscott and Kelly Rossman, are here. How are both of you?
Doing fantastic.
The swankiest party on the island yesterday.
We had a cool party, didn't we?
We even had a cameo appearance from Governor Snyder.
Isn't that nice? Wouldn't it be great if we'd planned? Oh, wait, we did.
Well, you must be pretty influential if you could get him to come over there.
When the top nerd crashes your party, yeah, cool.
I thought maybe both of your cell phones would have been buzzing with Anthony Weiner calling for advice.
What did he do?
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
We've been so. I mean, I've heard bits and pieces, and then we talked about it a little bit last night, but. I can't believe, Kelly, you're not. I'm
clueless, so fill me in. What did Tony Weiner do?
This is going to sound really sick, but when you're done with this conference and you need to put your feet up, you should TiVo the interviews he's been doing with Wolf Blitzer and Luke Russert and watch the fancy dancing that went on, because whoever advised him, they thought they had it nailed. They wanted to get right out in front of the problem, but I think it made the problem even worse.
Okay, really, I'm ignorant. What did he do?
Somebody, according to him, let's put it this way. A co-ed in Seattle got a picture on her Twitter from his account of a tent, let's say. A trouser tent.
Oh, Oh,
Okay.
and his
wiener.
last name really is
Yeah.
Wiener? Oh, that's like, you could not write that. You could not make that up. Some
I know it.
editor somewhere would go, oh no, this will never fly.
So he claims somebody
Wow.
hacked into his account
Oh,
and sent
right.
it.
Somebody
And-
was hacking, all right. That's too much.
And
Oh, I
speaking
love it.
as a Republican and watching, over the last couple of years, his interviews on the Sunday talk shows, this probably couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I mean, it's like he's just kind of grating on me.
I got to tell you, I don't think female politicians are getting their just due here. It's all these guys who seem to not be able to manage
It
themselves.
seems that's what Governor Granholm said in that Twitter. Remember last month?
Either they're
Tweet, I
more
guess it is.
discreet or they're just too dang busy to mess around.
Okay, so here's the answer. Use your PR expertise. Luke Russert said, "Can you say that can you tell us that that's not a picture of you, of your crotch?" Okay, and here's I'll read you his answer. "I was the victim of a prank. I can't say with certitude whether that's me."
With certitude.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I don't know. That's
Look,
what he
it
said.
is-
Evade the question
You know
and the
what?
answer.
What that does actually is diminish his credibility all that much more. Just own up to it. If that's your crotch, self-identify and apologize and move on.
It could have been cropped. I mean, with the right cropping, I guess.
A
but,
cropped crotch. I don't
Yeah.
know many men who would like to crop their crotch, but
Lorena Bobbitt. Anyway, it's an interesting study because he tried to get out in front. He made himself completely available.
And what he did was actually make the situation worse by evading. He delayed, kind of dragged out the story for another day, 2, 3. If he did, like Kelly said, own up to it, at least you kind of stop the bleeding at that point, and the story does end up going away. Now he's got some internal things within his caucus to worry about at that point, but he has made the situation much worse by the way he's handled it.
We'll talk about more serious matters when we get
I
back.
don't know. This
because,
is pretty fun.
Well, it's what everybody's talking about. I'm sorry. And he says,
I have it on good authority. He is not an EMU grad.
Absolutely
Let's hope
not. We
not.
own up to mistakes right away.
we're back in a flash.